As you all have seen, prepping for SHTF is getting more and more popular every single day. You might even notice some people stockpiling and prepping that have never done it before in their life. It's happening. Why? Because everyone is starting to see how everything is crumbling around us. And when it comes to our world conflicts, you don't know how bad things are really getting. And the reality of it is, you don't know when SHTF actually happens. You might wake up and your cell phone won't work. Your power is off. And in the back of your mind, you're gonna be thinking, did it happen? So let's go over the number one prepping item that should be on your list and some very important details related to it. Welcome back, subs. I appreciate all of you, and especially the ones of you that add helpful comments down in the comments below for everyone to read. If you're brand new here, like up-to-date information that affects you and emergency survival how-tos, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Okay, so for starters, we're down here at the river. I know a lot of you like the river in the background, but it has been pretty noisy. It's went down, so let me know in the comments down below if it still sounds too loud. Actually, I have two microphones that would be helpful, but I don't like either one of them. So I'm still on the hunt to try to find a microphone that fits my situation. Okay, so this number one prepping item is number one on all pro preppers lists, because without this one under control, you are dead in a matter of days. So I know a lot of you guys are new out there, so I'm gonna approach this from a beginner prepper angle and hopefully add some good stuff for some of you veterans out there, maybe a different angle to sharpen your skills. Nonetheless, on this number one prepping item, some of you pros out there that already got this subject on lockdown, I welcome your comments down below, your advice, your tips to everybody else. Thousands of people read the comments. So getting back to it, today I have 5 key points, 5 questions to ask yourself about this number one prepping item to make sure that you have it under control. Also, I'll be going over the number one tool that I chose for our foundation with this item. I have a chicken walking between my legs. Go find somewhere to be quiet. As many of you know, the number one prepping item on most people's lists is water. But how does your plan look involving water? Is your water game really well dialed and thought through? Because what happens when you get that alert on your phone or you turn on the TV and there's a news alert? Do not drink your tap water.
Ohio has declared a state of emergency in and around the city of Toledo. Tests show the area's water is toxic and no one should drink it. As Mark Albert tells us, some 500,000 people now have no water.
Residents in Toledo and nearby communities on Saturday quickly bought up water bottles, leaving store shelves empty after health officials declared the public water supply off limits.
And have you thought of this one? In modern armed conflicts, even where general prohibition under international law on the use of poison to be complied with, water could still be contaminated as a direct result of military operations against water installations and works. In the time of war, historically, shutting down the opposing forces could result in shutting down their water, because water is one of the fundamental things that people need often. And you can't live very long without good, clean water. You guys need to be aware of the invisible killer. You need to know about PFAS. In fact, over 90 military bases have contaminated drinking water related to these forever chemicals that ruin drinking water. Did you know that the Institute of Medicine recommends approximately 2.7 liters of total daily water for women and 3.7 liters for men? Did you know that hand grenades can contaminate drinking water with their toxic chemicals? Let's go over those 5 key points, the bases that you want to have covered involving water. These are the 5 questions that you want to write down. Ask yourself, make sure you got each one covered. Number 1, how much water do you have on hand and how long will it last? Just for kicks, let me know that one down in the comments below. What is your guys' water situation? Are you sitting on a pallet of bottled water? Are you going to be relying on filtration? I'd really like to read about your guys' water game. Number 2, where and how will you find more water when your water runs out? This is important because running out of water is highly likely. Number 3, how will you plan to purify your water at home or on the go? Number 4, What level of purification do you want to achieve, and what will you be protected from? This is a big question that gets overlooked when it comes to that number one prepping item, water, because not every water purifier is the same. Number 5, do you have everything that you need when it comes to your water storage and water purification, so that water will not be a fatal crisis situation to overcome when SHTF happens? Now, for some of you that have seen my other videos, you know that I have just about every option out there. I've got the bug out options, I've got the straws, I've got the pumpers, I've got the bucket full of sand. I know and have just about every single option. So we've covered the questions, the 5 key points that you want to make sure that you got answers for. Now, for some of you that are looking for my recommendation of the best thing out there, it is my number one key component when it comes to water filtration and feeling very secure about my drinking water. This bad boy behind me is called a Berkey water filter. World leader in water purification. Something to think about. Do you really know what's in your water? Or say you're going to the store, you're buying some water bottles. Did you purify that water? Is it contaminated? You're refilling some jugs at those refill stations. Did you put that water in there? Did you make sure that that was safe drinking water? The purified water coming out of your tap, have you tested it? Do you know for a fact that it is clean drinking water? The thing is that you're not in control unless you purify your own water. And when things start to really get sideways, you're gonna wanna know that what you're putting in your body is 100% clean, healthy water. Now, for those of you that wanna stick around and hear some key features, some amazing things about this thing, I wanna let you know that I reached out to this amazing company and got you guys a discount code down in the description below. This isn't the only option for water purification, but in my mind, it's the best, hands down. And trust me, they've got a lot of features and a lot of sizes. They've even got this travel Berkey. This one is perfect, my favorite to take on camping trips. You can seriously just go fill up a bucket and come dump this thing in. Know that everyone's drinking the best purified water around. You'll be happy to know that they have an amazing warranty and great customer service. Maybe you're someone that has more in your party. You have a family of 4. Family of 4, you guys will require about 2 to 4 gallons a day. This big Berkey or the Royal Berkey will filter 6,000 gallons. That's a minimum of 4 years before you gotta change a filter. 1,500 days of continuous use. And with being the best on the market, they're not the cheapest option. But here's the best part that makes it worth it. 3 cents per gallon. 3 cents a gallon for the best filtration on the market. Did you know that the military set standards for varying degrees of water filtration? Very few are able to achieve the classification of water purifier. Berkey has surpassed those military standards and is the best on the market. Now, if you click that link in the description below to read more about it, you'll see that it has a mile-long list of things that it filters out. Something you might ask, with it being such a powerful purifier, will it remove the beneficial minerals too? The answer is no. Thanks to the filter's unique design, only harmful heavy metals and contaminants are removed. All beneficial minerals will remain in your water, which isn't always the case with other filtering systems that use reverse osmosis or distillation, for example. This purifier removes at least 99.9% of pathogenic bacteria and reduces viruses by 99.9%. More importantly, the Berkey filter does this without the use of chemicals such as iodine or chlorine. I'm telling you, I could talk about this thing all day long. The list goes on. So like I said, number one prepping item, water. Make sure you got a good handle on all of those key points. If you're in the market or need something really good, this is the one I recommend. I hope I answered some questions, got you guys some good information. Don't forget to share this important information on water to people. Like and subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date on this type of stuff. We'll see you guys on the next one.